Okay, people, so good morning, one and all, and welcome to Off the Record. That's right, it is Friday as we bring down the curtain on another week here at 91.1 Talk City, and of course, Off the Record. Mr. X won't be in this morning, so I fly solo. It's just me, your boy Stephan, and we're going to take you till noon, all right? And we got to say good morning to the Ground Report team. Andy Williams, of course, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes. Good morning to those fine gentlemen. All right, and it is Friday, and as we hit Friday, we're coming on to the end of the group stage in the World Cup, of course. So the knockout round will start very soon, and when that round starts, well, I tell you, boy, thing like it is accelerate, and the World Cup will be behind us before we even blink twice. All right, yesterday, a few results that was kind of surprising. Turkey defeating the United States of America 3-2. Turkey failed to score a goal in the first two games and scored 3 against the United States. But America, of course, had already qualified. So I guess, you know, they probably didn't. I don't think they played the original starting 11 or whatever the case might be, right? Kind of take the foot off the pedal. And we saw Paraguay. Paraguay drew 0-0. All right. I think that was with... Who's the other team in our group, boy? Australia. So Paraguay and Australia played a 0-0 draw. Okay? And I tell you, World Cup action continues today, boy. Today. And I line at the Netherlands start. The Netherlands really looking good, eh? The man, there's a mathematician. He's German. He resides in London. He lives in England. And he has predicted the last 4 winners of the World Cup. I think I mentioned this to X already. And he picked the Netherlands to win this World Cup. Now, I can't see it because, I mean, I know the Netherlands has had better teams than what they have before us right now. All right, so it'd be very interesting to see if they go all the way and whatever formula he is using, it'd be interesting to see or at least take a look at that formula, boy, because the man don't use no football statistics, nothing at all. The man just use, I think, mathematics, and he just work it out. And somehow or the other, he's gotten the last 4 World Cup winners correct. He even said in a recent interview, and I think that it has actually worked out that way. In the next round, I think Japan will play Brazil. And I heard him while he was talking in an interview about the Netherlands winning the World Cup and his selection for Netherlands winning the World Cup. He said Japan will knock out Brazil in the World Cup. That's what he said. So I'm very interested because after yesterday, they did say that Japan will now, given the results of that group, they will have to face Brazil. So Japan will face Brazil, and apparently the man is saying that Japan is going to knock Brazil out of the World Cup. And that is going to be a very, very good result if you're a gambler, right? Because I have been placing my bets on these games, but I like to play accumulator bets, right? So I'm playing a few accumulators. I'll play one today and all. When the show finish here, I'll be assessing my games because I'm money in it, right? I'm money in it, right? In the sports betting. And England threw me out the other day. Japan threw me out. I think it was yesterday or the day before. When did Japan play, boy? Yeah, yesterday when they drew with Sweden 1-1. Right? They threw me out of that bet. But I come back and I lose that bet anyway because the States lose. And I had the States to beat Turkey. Alright? So today, I tell you what, that Norway-France game at 3 p.m., that is going to be the game that everybody will zone in on because that is Mbappe versus Haaland. Alright? And both strikers have been in tremendous form. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that particular game is going to play out. Senegal and Iraq is the other game. And, I mean, Senegal should defeat Iraq. Whether or not they're going to finish as one of the best 8 third-place teams is yet to be seen. All right? Because I don't think they would only be on 3 points. So I don't know. And then later on tonight, we have Cape Verde, who's the surprise team of the World Cup so far, having drew 0-0 with Spain, one of the powerhouses in football, Spain. And then they drew 2-2 with another South American giant in Uruguay. And they will take on Saudi Arabia, who some would say would be the third best team in the group, right? But that would have been, with the under. Well, how can I put this, boy? That would have been because we underestimated the game that Cape Verde would have come with, because they've played exceptionally well for a small nation. And then another big game on today in Group H. Uruguay will take on Spain. That's going to be a big one. All right, Uruguay and Spain. So Group H has a big game. Group I has a big game. And then Group G, later on tonight, 11 p.m., New Zealand will take on Belgium. Belgium is like the biggest underachievers in the history of football. They always have a lot of good players. They had their golden era maybe over the last 2 to 3 World Cups, when De Bruyne and all these fellas was in ripping form. And they've always had good players. They've always had a good squad, but just underachieved at the World Cup. You know what I mean? And they've underachieved again in this World Cup. So I expect them to beat New Zealand. But then again, I also expected them to beat, Iran and commanding victories. But that didn't happen. But anyway, New Zealand and Belgium will get it on at 11 p.m. And the other game at 11 p.m. will be my boy Mohamed Salah, and Egypt will take on Iran. All right, so if Egypt gets into the round of 32, that's going to be very interesting as well. They could face, I think, Argentina at some point in time, if not in the round of 32, by the round of 16. All right, so the World Cup action is shaping up today. And as soon as I finish here, boy, see that 3 o'clock game? You see that Norway, France? Nobody better don't call my phone. Huh? I don't want to miss that game at all. All right, I want to take in that game. I find the football, for the most part, has been very exciting. A lot of attacking football. Nobody in really parking the bus, with the exception of Ghana in the game against England. But barring a couple games that teams may have been a bit tactical, I think the World Cup has played itself out well. And as much as I hate to admit it, because I didn't want it to work, because I didn't embrace this new format, right? I didn't like it. That 48 team format, I wasn't too interested in that. I really thought that a lot of teams would have been blown out. We'd see a lot of blowout games with teams getting 5 and 6 and 7. I mean, we had the 7-1 with Germany, Curacao. But bar that game, it really hasn't been no blowout games. I wouldn't count the 5-1 that the Netherlands defeated, that 5-1 with Sweden. I wouldn't really call that, I mean, each team had their chances and that kind of thing, and Netherlands put theirs in the back of the net. And those two nations are pretty much, prominent nations in world football, right? Sweden has been to the rodeo on many occasions. So I wouldn't really call it a blowout. I'm talking about like the big teams taking on the smaller nations. I really thought it would have been a real advantage. And to me, if you have a World Cup with all these teams, these added teams, these smaller countries coming in, and you have a lot of blowout games, it just don't look good. Because that tournament's supposed to be the best of the best. You understand? You're not supposed to have no mediocre teams inside of there. But to their credit, the smaller nations have really, really come to the show. They come to the party, they come to the dance. You understand? And in coming to the dance, they've been very impressive. Extremely impressive. And for that, I see that this format is a format that FIFA will most likely, they're going to stick with it. Now, on that note, and I know we were getting to the politics and that kind of thing, because I have the press conference that the PNM had yesterday. I want to touch on a few points on that press conference. But before we do that, just on the issue of football, right? Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if all are watching, but I am 49 years old now. And I would say that in my lifetime, based on what I am seeing right now, Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, thanks a lot, yeah. Trinidad and Tobago will not make another World Cup in my lifetime. And I'm 49. So let's say I live to the age of 70. That is 21 years from now. That would be 5 World Cups. And I cannot see where Trinidad and Tobago is going to make another World Cup. And I'm saying to myself, 2006 was it? Let me hold on to those memories for the rest of my life because I just cannot see it. Because the caliber of football that we see at the World Cup right now, Trinidad and Tobago is nowhere close. We're not even in the same galaxy as the football that we're seeing right now. And one of the reasons for that is we don't have a proper professional league. Long have gone the days when man used to go and watch Jablote play W Connection and them and it was good football. Long have gone the days where we had local players playing abroad and we was exporting players. We had real players outside from Latapi to Dwight York to Kenwin Jones. Stone John was outside playing in a league too. You know what I mean? And there were others. But long have gone those days. We have no players outside. The only thing we could talk about is Levi Garcia, I think, playing in a Russian league. Outside of that, we have nothing going on, you know. Football has hit the pits, you know. It has hit I'm telling you, I remember growing up. I don't know about all you out there. I remember growing up and football was it. When you in school and recess, you take off your shirt, you go and take a sweat. When lunchtime reach, you go and take a sweat. When school finish, you go and take a sweat. You understand? I played for a short period with St. Anthony's College, and then my mother and them take me out of school and carry me to St. George's College, and well, St. George's is not a football team now, but they used to get 6 and 7. Anyway, alright, so they didn't have they didn't have no competitive football side over St. George's. They were more academics, rather than sport and things like that, right? But when I think back to all of these little community grounds that you're seeing, and I know crime and all this little thing, people go bring that up, but I think the Minister of Sport has to figure out a way to revive the community football and bring the community out to take in those community football games. And I think we have to start building leagues from the community level, come straight up to a professional level, where you have the community players being scouted by these pro league teams and in a proper structure and a proper system. Because if we don't do something now, we had to face the reality. Football is the number 1 sport in the world, second to none. The World Cup is the biggest tournament in the world. People might debate the Olympics and things like that, but when it comes to a single sport, the World Cup, the game of football, the beautiful game that I love, with unnecessary hydration breaks now that are totally ridiculous. Even last night during our game, the commentators say, well, the hydration break not really needed, but, we had to be consistent. BS. We all know why they put it in there. FIFA to make their money. And I'm just saying, I don't mind you making your money, but don't spoil the game I love now. You understand what I'm saying? You have football fans all over the world that support their clubs and, in those domestic leagues, and whether it's the English Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, whatever. You understand? The merchandise and the marketing behind those leagues are right up there with some of the best marketing in the United States of America for any product. That's how they advertise football. That's how they live football. They breed it. You understand? Wait as we doing. You can't tell me that we don't have talent. Because every little youth man right now that watching the World Cup, they're watching the World Cup to see Mbappe, or they're watching the World Cup to see Haaland, or they're watching the top players. You understand? And it doesn't change. Just like when I was a youth. That's how it was for me, man. I wanted to be like Diego Maradona. You understand? I wanted to score goals like Ian Rush because I'm a Liverpool fan. And I grew up in that era. My father was a Liverpool fan. And we used to sit down and watch the games on the weekend. You understand what I'm telling you? And Ian Rush was the forward. Ian Rush was the man. Ian John Barnes. Right? On that particular squad in that particular era. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be like those fellas. I wanted to play football and be skillful like them. You know what I mean? And I had a good run at it. Right? Albeit I come and I get injured and that was the end of that. But nevertheless. But I'm saying every young person is influenced by something. Whether it is sport, music, trade. We had the Serval students in here yesterday. A lot of them aspiring to learn a trade and get out there. And they seem to be passionate about the field that they want to get into and things like that, right? But I've always said that sport is the best avenue out of crime. Right? And even the gangsters, even them little boy and them, they watching football. You understand? And the kind of money that it have in football right now, well, in sports on the whole right now, the kind of money it have, jeez and ages. You telling me that these youth men and them are aspiring to go and play in a league outside? Now, I know for a fact that there are many clubs like Borussia Dortmund had the opportunity to speak to one of the regional reps for Borussia Dortmund, and they have programs going on in Trinidad and Tobago, and they have talented players, and they just took a couple youths. I talking about 9 and 10 and 11 years old, and they carried them to Germany, and one of them scored like 2 or 3 goals, and they have the eye on him. So if they doing that, and they could come down here and they could say, that little 9-year-old, yeah boy, we gotta keep your eye on him. And that little 10-year-old over there, we gotta keep an eye on him. And that 7-year-old there, yeah boy, he has some skill, we need to develop that. If they could see that, then what we have down here, boy, we're not seeing anything. What is going on with the development of the sport in Trinidad and Tobago on that level then? We do more coaches. If you have 5 coaches in Trinidad and Tobago, like 5 coaches that up to par on a certain level, on an international level, we have plenty. So I am just looking at the climate. I'm looking at the standard of football and where it reach in the world. And I'm looking at the climate and the standard of what we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's chalk and cheese. And it doesn't appear. And I know the minister now, and I know Philip Watts. I had an interview with him and he has some terrific plans. And those plans are going to take time. More importantly than time, it's going to take money. Right? And I think that you have to build from the primary school level and start identifying the talent from the primary school level. So we have to start to look at all of these little standard 3, standard 4, standard 5 players, right? All these little primary school level players. And I think we had to take them, identify the talent, and build a team. And then let them start to play and build the chemistry and everything together as they're coming up. As a team, as a unit. Right? And start to harness and develop that talent and that team so that about 12 years from now, or thereabouts, maybe 12 years, yeah, because a 10-year-old and 12 years will be 22. We have a squad, a very young, talented, well put together squad that have a lot of chemistry. Because chemistry is very important in sport. Any team sport you're playing, chemistry is vital. You understand? So I think we have to start building from the primary school level and develop it straight up to the secondary school level. That team or those players, those talents, and then to the national level and bring them up as a unit. It is the only way, I think, because what we're doing right now is mad. I don't even know what's the plan for the development of sport and not development of sport, but football in particular. Then you understand? And we do have a proper professional league. We should have a professional league with millions of dollars as the first prize, attracting players from South America and all kind of thing to come here. Players that cannot make it in South America, they can't play for a South American team. They cannot export their talents to Europe. We should have a league that pays well so that we could attract South America right there. South America right there. You understand what I'm saying? So we should be at least be trying to attract some of these players that cannot play in those top leagues in South America or Europe and have a proper running league in Trinidad and Tobago, paying decent money, and let them uplift the standard of our football too. Because whether we like it or not, football is food in South America. There is eat, sleep, and you know what else with football in South America? They live it, they breathe it. That's the thing. So I think we need to start developing that. And if we don't do it soon, I telling you, in my lifetime, I don't make up my mind, you know. From the time, if I live till 70, from now to the next 21 years, Trinidad and Tobago will never make our next World Cup. We will never make it. And I know people must be saying, well, why it's so important to make a World Cup? It puts you on the map. It puts certain eyes on you. And when certain eyes on you, when you could get a national team to the World Cup and you have a nice crop of players that are talented and they now perform at the highest level in the biggest tournament in the world, now your eyes, the eyes of the world is drawn to you. And that benefits now and creates opportunity not only for the players that make up the team that on the field performing, but now it brings those eyes to Trinidad and Tobago now to look for talent. And then that opens up the doors of opportunity for young people to get pulling a little these youth teams and these clubs, right? In some of these domestic leagues, right? Like Chelsea Youth Club and these kind of things. I know one of my friends, her son, the little boy was real talented, and his Chelsea Youth Club take him. And they say, you know what happened? We want him to stay here at Chelsea Youth Club. We think we could develop his talent. Move to England. And they will set you up on everything. That is the kind of opportunities you want. However, of course, when they go out there and they develop their talent and so on and so forth, they come back and they play for Trinidad and Tobago. One of the best things that a good start to the intention of this administration would have been the grandparent legislation, right? That is going to open up the doors for Trinidad and Tobago to access certain players and so on and so forth. So I'm seeing the moves being made in the right direction, but I am very, very worried. Looking at the standard of football right now, I'm very, very worried for Trinidad and Tobago. Now, I got to go to a break. And when I come back from the break, I'll open the phone lines and get your thoughts. We start off with a little sport this Friday. I do things a little different. We're in the middle of the World Cup. We're coming on to the knockout round just now. I think by Sunday, the knockout round will begin. So, you know what I mean? We're talking a little football and the development of the sport in Trinidad and Tobago. And where do we need to go? What do we need to do? Because whether you like him or not, Jack Warner, ever since Jack Warner left FIFA, right, with all that controversy and thing, Trinidad and Tobago football has gone down. It's as if there is nobody else besides Jack Warner that knows how to manage football in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is sad and it is scary. All right? So I'll keep it right here. We come back after this.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what's going on, boy? How your bill so low? How your bill so low? I conserving energy, I switch your LED, at the stun of the AC, and I'm saving real money.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh? You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final bar.
Catch all the action on the Final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today.
I started a little conversation here. Let's go to the phone lines and hear what you're thinking. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yes, that's how. Yeah, what happened? Trinidad don't have the local boys don't have the discipline, and you see how those guys running the camera and they can. I don't think we have. You have to develop that condition.
Do you think it's a discipline problem, primarily?
Yes, it's a problem.
But what about the structural element of the sport?
No, the structural element is hard, because we had a lot of from all international and also local made a World Cup.
Right.
But the discipline is not there. That the spirit is not there.
Okay. Well, then what do we do? What do we do to change that?
What do we do? As you were saying, we have to open up a league for these South Americans to come here and interact and let them get a taste of those different kind of elements.
All right.
They will develop and they will have that kind of cross-culture of football.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Caller said, well, we have a discipline problem in Truett. There are some players when they get big, when I say when they get big, they just feel they get big now. They get a little contract playing in MLS and they figure they reach there now. And then they get cocky. You ain't reach nowhere. MLS is a retirement league. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Bonnie.
Yeah, man.
First time caller, man.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. First time
You
caller.
know, I share your sentiments. It's something I've been saying on social media for the last 2 years. Listen to me carefully.
Sure.
I am 60 years of age.
Yeah.
Trinidad will never see a World Cup again. In my lifetime, my grandchildren are 5 and 1, and their lifetime.
Right.
We just don't have the talent, and something is wrong. And the next thing too, Trinidad and Tobago is paying a price for ungratefulness to Jack Warner. Right?
Yeah, boy.
I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
And there's an old saying, ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. But that's why we are paying that price now. We will pay for years to come.
Yeah.
But being ungrateful to Jack Warner, he's the man that helped us out.
Yeah.
And we turn our back on him and curse him.
Yeah, but
It's the same thing with the UNC government too,
Yeah.
All right? So have a nice day.
Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, they say all kind of thing about Jack Warner, They carry out a whole witch hunt on Jack Warner. I couldn't care less, right? Let me just say, if Jack had get something under the table with the Qatar deal or whatever, right? I couldn't care less. Jack wasn't touching no money in the treasury here. Jack was working for $1. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, man, what's going on? Talk to us. Well, talk to me.
I know I put that by engineer, but a man put practice at a seat.
Arthur Sweet, boy. Oh, God, you're going back in history there, boy. Arthur Sweet, the Arthur Sweet League. That was down in the West here, yeah.
Is that what you're learning?
Yeah.
Is that what you're learning?
Well, people, I always hear people say it's Jack that killed that league, eh? I always hear people say that, eh? But then again, right, but...
The best at the pass with the league.
Right. I always hear people talk about Arthur Sweet League and how big that league was. And I
Yeah.
always hear people say
Yes, sir.
that Jack Warner is the man that killed that league. But then again,
PSL, Stephan and Falcons, Cocorich United,
yeah.
big players.
Yeah, it had big players, yeah.
He writes the first time we played a league in Trinidad.
Okay.
And that's what makes Sweet come out of football.
Okay. All right.
That was the airport now, the Indian player from the airport.
Okay.
Arthur Sweet.
Arthur Sweet. All right,
Yeah.
no problem, man.
He had ASL was the club.
Okay. That's good history.
I used to go into that PSA every night. I have big football and
Yeah, I heard about, my father always used to tell me about that PSA grounds.
yeah, big football there, boys.
Big league up in PSA grounds.
That's part there, boys.
Yeah. All right.
Leosin Lewis. Sammy Well.
That sound good. I know what I'm. Hold on. You're gonna have feedback there. All right. All right. Caller, I started getting a little feedback then in the headphones. So sorry about that. I had to cut you. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Right, so I thought about this, right? And the first thing we need to dismantle is the administration. It hasn't worked since Jack Warner left, and we at a point where we need something different. So the next thing I would suggest is we send our batch of coaches to get qualified, bring back that knowledge to Trinidad. We want to restructure football in Trinidad, associate primary schools and secondary schools with clubs within our zone, define a style of play, restructure the leagues, and see where it takes us.
Yeah, I think we need to start from scratch. I think we had to break the whole thing down and rebuild it.
Yeah, because currently it's not working.
No, it's not working.
Because secondary school, something people don't consider, right, is that most of these players, they start football too late.
Exactly.
And
that's
that talent, some of them can't carry it any further because the basics, they took too long to learn it, and age will just catch up with them.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point. Yeah, man.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
No, the caller there made an excellent point. You see the age at which the development starts? You talking about, let me tell you something, I talking about that little boy that my friend's son, he was 7 years old at the time, And Chelsea Youth Club, ready to take him, You understand? Ready to take him, at the age of 7 and hold on to him and start to develop his talent, And we just start.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, we just start when players is 14 and 15.
Football here.
Yeah, man.
1978.
Yeah.
They showed us particular teams on different times, what they do to become a football team, how to bring the players up. I have never seen Trinidad nowhere under that. You see, if you used to play football with your mouth, nobody can beat us. Let me say what I mean. No, laugh, but this is a joke.
God.
This is no joke.
Yeah.
I heard a guy who is the father of our son,
who
play in football. When I heard this guy talk so, I say when I go to see this fella practice, spend my money to go and see him practice. I thought I going to see some flair, some kind of improve. I said, man, this fella had a bad day today. I said, we'll check him next time. When I go back, the fella like he get worse. But the third time I said, well, he had 2 bad days. When I go back, he worse. I said, no, he done with that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There was a team called Barataria Ball Players.
I know, Barataria Ball
Team
Players.
called Challengers. You see the football where they was talking about in PSA ground?
Yeah.
I think they should get, if they have anyone along at the Sami to give us a good idea. You see, like Dwight York, I see Dwight York as a good coach, But the time he got to take 4 players somewhere, it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get a little 2 months or a little 2 days, we change a coach, and then we change a coach, it ain't making sense.
Yeah, that ain't making no sense.
No sense, my brother.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I said, if we should play football with him out, nobody can
beat you at all.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, man, thanks a lot. No, but what he said there with the coaching is every minute we just change our coach, Check it out. Dwight York come, well, I know that's a whole story by itself, but they could have given him the opportunity to start a build. for the next 4 years. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
Morning, Stephan.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, then there are 4 aspects in the game called soccer.
What's that?
Yeah, in 4 aspects. Brain, skill, discipline, and physical fitness.
Right.
Now, most coaches in this country don't have that kind of repertoire to pass on to the youths and them. You understand?
Right.
In any sport you're playing, them are the 4 aspects.
Right.
Right?
Right, yeah.
And this is what we coaches don't have in them. I asked Gary Collins that, and he failed to answer me. And you know, coach 1989 strike squad.
Right.
And he couldn't answer that. No, we coaches, poor. Very poor.
Yeah, well, our coaches need coaching. And that's,
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
problems. That's one of the problems. Our coaches
Yeah,
need
yeah.
coaching. We are fellas who know about football. When I say know about football, they play football and then there's our coach. But they don't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
You decide to go and get certified and all kind of thing. It is a whole, it's a career. Coaching is a career. It's not a side hustle. And unfortunately, we have people like that. We have people who just take up coaching. I'm a 8 or 4. And then, just like any other sport in Trinidad and Tobago, the athletes and them have a 8 or 4. The coach have a 8 or 4. Everybody have a 8 or 4. And then, well, we go find some time to coach in the evening. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, what going on?
I hear you saying Shamfa must have been sports industry. I hear you saying
Who, Shamfa?
yeah.
Well, I don't want to go there. I'll stay. Let me don't go there. I don't want to go there because I'll tell you why I don't want to go there. I think that Arnold Roberts is the best sports minister that we have ever had.
I agree.
Right? I think Arnold, when you listen to Arnold Roberts dissect sports from the science to the nutrition to the physical to the psychological, everything is on a totally different level to anybody else that I have ever heard with an understanding of sport. And I think, yes, they dropped the ball with Shamfa Kujo, and we are where we are. But I'm saying we have Philip Watts now, and the brother had a degree out of that hole. But to your point, yes. And I just didn't want to mention that. But go ahead.
Yeah, because during that time, I the man just follow my cricket. I just follow my football. And to tell you the truth, I lost contact with all this kind of sports for the past years. I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing, not absolute nothing. What my MP, Philip Watts, he's going to fix it. I know he's coming on because he started to hear things about sport now.
Right.
I'll listen to you, Stephan. Okay.
Yeah, man. Cool. I sat with Philip Watts for over an hour. What happens, he was supposed to come on the show, and then they had the media review and all kind of thing, right? But we will see if we get him in studio because I think he should come and he should talk it at Talk City. I'll talk to Avi and see if I could organize that. When he canceled because of the media review, I was supposed to get back in contact with her, but you know the thing does go. But now I think I will hit her a message and see if we could line it up for next week. Morning,
Stephan. Morning, listeners.
Yeah, man.
We need to bring back some of these small community leagues because for a long time we used to have a 7-a-side league with Fire and all these teams that used to be going wrong and playing in competition.
Right.
And we had a Port of Spain league. It had St. Francois, Net Shakers, Falcons, all these things. And with these different clubs, it had different age levels in the competition.
Yeah.
So you're getting a development stage coming right up.
Right.
And these big companies need to start back to sponsor teams, like long-time flour mills used to sponsor teams.
Yes, corporate Trinidad have to get involved.
Correct.
They have
Correct.
to.
And we need to put down a structure.
Yeah, man.
We were supposed to develop from a semi-pro league to a pro league.
To a professional league,
But we went backward.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I
Enjoy
mean?
it.
Yeah, man, you too. No, that's facts. I remember my old man telling me because my father used to play football, right? And he was real good. My father was real good. Anybody in St. James? Well, most of them fellas and them must be dialed by now, but there still are people who could tell you the stories, or Super Dog. But he used to tell me that he used to play in 3 leagues in a day. 3 games in a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the night. And that's how much leagues it had running. So sometimes it's 3 games a day they had. Morning.
Good morning, Stephan.
Yeah, man, what going on?
You're talking sport this morning. That's a good thing.
Yeah, man.
And you know, your last caller was speaking about it, and you spoke about it also too, which I want to speak about. Money. you see, Stephan, for some time now I've been advocating for an academy of sporting personnel.
Right.
It means your footballer, your runner, your athlete, your cricketer, everybody who has that great potential will go to the same academy.
Right.
You know, where they will choose, of course, their life journey, whether they want to become an attorney, whatever it is.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it will be dedicated to sport.
Right.
But these persons also have to be supported because they have to live. So who is going to give them a salary to keep them employed as their chosen aspect of sport?
Right.
And that's one of the main problems that we have, consistency, the lack of it, because of the lack of need. So I want to agree with many of the previous callers who have said that corporate Trinidad needs to get involved. They need to be profitable companies, like a lot of companies in Pontitas and so getting involved for us to create a pretty good pro league or semi-pro league, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And out of that, we are hoping that when we sift it, we'll be able to get the good talent that we need and we want.
Right.
I mean, it is ridiculous that in a country like Trinidad, who has the potential that has produced people like the Brian Laras, the Hasty Crawford, the Otto Bolden, and all of them, that we could be at this stage now
suffering. Correct.
And the fact that that has not happened, it means that there has not been a consistent and persistent approach towards the nurturing of that talent.
Right.
The finding, the nurturing, and all of that. So it comes down to money, and I'm hoping that as things get better with the economy, we can get the business houses and they involved in us developing that team. And while you say that you don't expect to have a World Cup until you reach 70 and you're dead, who knows? I guess before you
I might get surprised. Who knows?
Yeah, right, surprise you, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, later we talk on the politics.
No problem, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's. Let me tell you some of this money thing, I have a little concept in my head, right? Now, I don't know if the rest of the population would agree with it, but I'm saying simply this. And I don't want to stir up no controversy per se and going to know, right? But let's take WASA, Tiantec, TSTT, and so on and so forth, right? Let's take some of these state-owned bodies, these organizations that the state-owned, right? Now, one of our athletes' biggest problems is that they have to work at 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 or 7 to 3, whatever the case is, right? All right. So we know that is a hindrance. Because an athlete in any other part of the world is an athlete. That is their job. That is their career. They are paid to perform at the highest level. Good? And their representation internationally puts the country on the map. It is a marketing tool for your country then. So we might not be able to market to Uzbekistan. Let me just call a country from just off the top of my head, out the blue, right? Unorthodox. When I say putting forward like an unorthodox option of a country, right? That we may not be dealing with on a daily basis, like a United States or America or England. We may not be able to reach a market there, but through representation in sport and our athletes competing with their athletes, it puts us right there in the spotlight, right? and they recognize that they have a little island named Trinidad and Tobago. So what I'm saying is this. If it was left to me, and this may have been controversial, I would have developed an elite athlete list, right? Which we know exists, right? Because we have elite athlete funding. But that elite athlete funding, it has to be elite athletes that are on par with the international standards. If you are a runner, you have to be clocking a particular time. Things like that. You have to be able to compete at the highest level to represent Trinidad and Tobago, right? And what you do with those elite athletes in those different disciplines, right, is you have spaces in the WASA, the TNTech, and all of these other state entities. You place them there on a salary. Now, they don't have to work, you know. They not to work WASA, you know. They not to go to work in TNTech, you know. But they are part, you put them into these state-owned organizations and you pay them the salary. But that salary they get in is for their cost of living, right? That is to maintain the rent and housing and of course groceries and to pay the bills, right? So they not to study that. So because now they already have an income coming in. Now it's courtesy the state, the taxpayer. This is where it gets controversial because not everybody will agree with this. They now have the opportunity to do what they're supposed to be doing, which is train. Train to compete at the highest level. And of course, as time goes along and they are able to improve, right? And they're able to get certain deals outside, endorsement deals and things like that, and make money. And you understand what I'm saying? And all of the little perks that come with being an elite athlete that is highly competitive. Not when they start to earn that their own thing, you could easily wean them out of the system, and then you have a succession kind of planning where you're bringing the next crop of elite players through those organizations, and you just place them there as on an elite athlete list. Now, the fear that I have for that is that everything in Trinidad and Tobago does get corrupted one way or the other. So you might end up with a list like the protected list in TNTech, where you might have some names, forget government minister and all of them. But if you have people in the private sector that are on a protected list, I don't agree with that, on that list, right? I think if it's for ministers and whoever, fine, no problem. Me have no Keith Rowley, whoever, me have no problem with that. But these things tend to get corrupted one way or the other, right? So it has to be something that it is honest, of the highest integrity, and the athletes have to understand that if you do not perform, right, then you will be replaced. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a whole system that you could create using those state entities, those state organizations, to ensure that the athletes get a salary so they don't have to study to go and work no 8 to 4. One of the top runners, I do a 5K every year, and I'm in my 5th year next year. And the runners will tell me, I've met runners of all different ages, but the young talents, the young talented ones, they had to go and work. The top runner works massy, right? And he works a full shift. So what does he do? The man who does, and there's the fellow who does win out all the 5Ks in Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody do beat so. The brother very talented. What does he do? He gets up 4 a.m. every morning. He goes and he trains. He trains till about 6:30, 7. He take a bath, he eat a breakfast, he in work for 8. He working from 8 till maybe 4 or 5. And then when he leaves work at 4 or 5, he goes back to train in the evening from about 6 o'clock. And he trains there for another 2 hours, and then he goes home, and he has, of course, whatever he has to do, home chores, whatever the case might be, and then he's up and at it again the next day. So he's getting 2 hours in the evening to train and 2 hours in the morning to train. Imagine if he had more time under a relaxed environment. One of the complaints that a lot of players put forward to FIFA is that with the hosting, these three nations that hosting the US, Canada, and Mexico, players have to fly from one place to the next, right? They have to fly. And then you now come off a plane and you're going, sometimes you have to fly on game day, right? And even if you fly the day before or the night before, it takes a toll. And players have been saying this is not, not players, but coaches and certain people within the field have been saying that is not how athletes operate. An athlete has to be mentally sound and relaxed. That athlete have to be at peace. He cannot be coming out the airport and pulling our luggage to get to a hotel and then have a game in a few. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You understand? So these are things that obviously we need to look at and do something about. But we'll continue the conversation in the second hour. We have on a positive note coming up in a little bit. And coincidentally, on a positive note, I have something to mention with sport. A Trinidadian player from San Fernando has just been drafted to the NBA. That's big news. But before we get to that news, we have to get to this.
At Shodo Bakery, we don't just bake, we provide gourmet creations with consistent flavor.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh? You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11.
So if you saw the thing really happen, oh Lord, because my head was so bad. But Rebecca bust away all the shows button, and she started whine like she mad. Hey, 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 falling down, hey, hey, on the ground, hey, hey, jumping up, hey, hey, stop. But she was dancing around in a circle, oh Lord. Rebecca drink the thing, Rebecca smoke the thing, Rebecca sniff the thing, Rebecca high man, she was dancing around in a circle. Oh Lord, she was high, 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 high. Hey, 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 hey. Boom bam ba doo bam ba doom bam, boom bam ba doo bam ba doom bam. I know Rebecca from small. She have no behavior at all. She dancing and pelting kick. Oh, like the girl possessed with music. Oh, yo, yo. Brass for so carnival Tuesday. Soca jamming, 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 jamming. And whining what decently. Oh, trying my best to avoid people watching. But Rebecca hold on to me. With this A, falling down, A, on the ground, A, jumping up, A, stop. But she was dancing around in a circle. Oh Lord, Rebecca drink the thing, Rebecca smoke the thing, Rebecca sniff the thing, Rebecca high. Man, she was dancing around in a circle. Oh Lord, she was high, high, high. Hey, hey, ba-da-ba-da. Bamba do bamba doom bam, bamba do bamba doom bam. Oh, what a sight to see! Rebecca flinging she body. See she in front the bar, she enjoying the jam session. Oh, it's commerce mixed up with commerce by Green Corner. Music blasting down the place. And next woman bought up she clothes like Rebecca, oh Lord. And she started to show off the waist. Falling down, she only go hung. She jumping up, hey, hey, stop. But she was dancing around in a circle, oh Lord. Girl, she was dancing around in a circle, oh Lord. She was high, 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 high. Da, 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 da. Ba. Boom, bam, ba, di, bam, ba, doom, bam. Boom, bam, ba, di, bam, ba, doom, bam. Hey, hey, falling down on the ground. Rebecca drink the thing. She falling down. She on the ground, jumping up. Hey, jumping around in a circle. Party, she party. Hey, 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 hey. Dancing around in a circle. She was high, high, high. Hey, hey, She jump. Rebecca, Rebecca.
All right, people, so it is about that time. We are 12 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. It is Friday morning. And, of course, you know we do it on Friday, right? We don't share no licks. We just do something a little different, all right? We just give an applause. All right. Calm down in the back row. All right, so we just give a little applause. And I have a few positive vibes to share with you all this morning. And the first positive vibes that I want to share goes to a young man by the name of Amir Khan. Now, Amir Khan is a brain cancer survivor, right? He had brain cancer, a young man, and diagnosed with an aggressive cancer of the brain at age 10. Amir Khan underwent multiple surgeries and intensive care unit stays. And determined to have an education, he went on to write the secondary entrance examination SCA and attend his first choice school, Trinity College East. Now that was 6 years ago. Okay? On Monday, Amir graduated despite daunting odds when he developed seizures in Form 3 and was warned against returning to physical school. Now, Amir's mother, Adita Khan, took on the challenge of homeschooling him, right? And on Monday gone right here, right? Amir returned to Trinity College, this time as part of the school's graduating class. Amir had his graduation. Trinity College invited him, although he isn't in the school, but of course he did pass to the school. After the surgeries, he passed for the school. He went on to do SCA. He passed for the school. He went there, but Form 3 started to get seizures. They advised that he not attend school, and the mother decided to homeschool him. So at 19, Amir continues to pursue his dreams to complete his Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC examinations. And Khan said Amir had to stop school in Form 3 because he had gotten seizures, and that slowed him. So he started moving at a slow pace, and that affected his schooling. He wasn't as fast as his classmates, so we got advice from the doctors to homeschool him. He enrolled with A+ Tuition Academy and has been studying one subject at a time. He's trying hard, but his memory is very short, so it's been difficult. He still has his clinics to attend. Blood tests have to be done often because of his sodium levels and blood count. and he has his ups and downs. All right, and the mother said that her son had endured many challenges. Now, I think you get the idea. I think I've painted the picture there. I really want to acknowledge that young man in terms of what he has been able to achieve, because we have so many people, right? We have so many people walking around the place. Like if the world coming to an end, and I know everybody does have their problems, I know. Everybody has their problems from time to time. But some of us, we just amplify those problems more than it should be, right? And here you have a young man from a very young age, from primary school, who had to be strong enough mentally and physically to overcome surgeries and then sit down and do a SEA exam and then pass for your first choice. You understand? And then try to go to school and then was interrupted with seizures and then had to take on homeschooling. And still, amid all those challenges, he graduated.
You see?
Yeah, boy. Arkichi morning.
Morning.
You know what I mean? It is. Let me tell you something. I just always tell people, boy, you want to know what poverty is? You ain't see poverty until you go to certain parts of Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you, that places in Trinidad and Tobago with real poverty.
Correct.
With people who I don't know how these people is function. I really don't know. I have done several projects trying to assist a lot of people in those situations. However, unfortunately, my pocket is not.
It's only far you can reach. It's only far.
I don't know. I don't know conglomerate on them kind of thing. Right.
But the most important thing is you still try to assist in the best way you could.
I have two causes right now that I'm heavily focused on every year. Like I mentioned before we went to the news, I do a 5K, and part of the proceeds from that 5K, I donate to the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago to help children with autism. And the other thing is the December event that I have, the party I have in December. I just take part of those proceeds and I just give it to cerebral palsy.
Right.
To the children living with cerebral palsy.
Right.
So, I mean, look, I just do 2 events a year and I just help 2 charities. Sometimes I just help more. Sometimes, like last year for the 5K, I did 2 charities. I assisted at children's home as well with part of the proceeds and that kind of thing. Because I believe, if you have a platform and I do want to make all the money.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
I could still give, and they just tell me I just give plenty,
Yeah. No.
They say the check I just write for them, there's be plenty more than what they get from other people.
Other people, and it's greatly appreciated too.
Yeah.
It's greatly appreciated.
But big up American and congratulations, man.
I want to mention I need to mention it. Trinidadian Malik Lewis.
Yes, I was now coming to that. Go ahead, get on the story, man.
All right, Trinidadian Malik Lewis made basketball history
by
becoming the first homegrown representative from Trinidad and Tobago to be drafted into the NBA.
NBA boy, big money.
Big. That is, and that shows that
big money, Malik boy.
They still think, some people still think that Trinidad and Tobago is banana boat country now.
Yes.
Right? They and not realize that the amount of talent and how gifted we are as a people.
Correct.
We are gifted with the music, we are gifted with the steel pan, we are gifted with our athletes. You know what I mean? And this year that shows how dreams very possible.
That's right. And now, before RKG came in, of course, in the first hour I was talking about football, the World Cup, the quality of football, the lack of structure that I'm seeing in Trinidad and Tobago in order to pull the talent or harness that talent that is going to take us to another World Cup sometime in the future, hopefully before I close my eyes. But I'm not seeing it. And we were having a discussion here with the callers about the football. Some are giving the history, some are giving some ideas, and just along the lines of that, right? Because the phone lines are open, 6224911. Remember, we did it on a positive note, no negativity.
Positivity.
Yeah, some positive to say. This is the segment to call it, and we'll give the people a round of applause. All right? Whether it is your mother, your father, maybe your parents treated you well, maybe your children did something for you, maybe the boss in work or somebody, you know what I mean? They moved you in a positive way. This is the segment for that. I'll continue that in just a little bit. Hello, good morning. What I was about to say. Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Foreign News. What's up, my man?
Yeah, man, Foreign
Hey,
News.
a round of applause to be given to one of our own. Taking up from your discussion, great discussion with X and whoever else, past couple of days or so. Yesterday, a great applause for King of the Airwaves, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Kingsley. You see?
What are you doing?
And OB2, but here's what happened. The discussion about what Miss African, what you want, Trinbagonian African, what you want, Mr. and Miss Africa, right? Afro Trinidadian. And OB asked Kingsley, yeah, so what black Trinidadian want, what Afro Trinidadian want, and Tobagonian, what you want? You know what? He said not Tobago, okay. What does Afro Trinidadian want? You know what Kingsley said?
What you say?
P&M.
Oh, God, Lord, Father. I expect Kingsley to say that.
Kingsley said they want P&M.
I expect him to say that.
That killed me big time. But anyway, I'll call back after your segment.
Yeah, man.
I have to talk about the football.
Yeah, man.
And I have to talk about my dream, okay?
No problem. Cool, man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we were talking about the development of sport in Trinidad and Tobago and things like that, right? And we have Playway coming up in just about 8 minutes. So let me just make this point, right? Take Malik's situation for instance, right?
Right.
Malik, of course, prior to the draft, he played for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in Australia's National Basketball League, right? So he wasn't even playing in a league in America.
Right.
He was playing in a league in Australia.
Right.
Australia. And that is why I made the point just now about us in football. We no longer exporting talent. We're not exporting it. We don't have no players playing anywhere in any top league in the world. Now look, he playing in Australia and he has been drafted to the NBA. His life is going to change.
Yep.
You understand? And if you already know the boy, don't call the boy phone.
You know you're going to get a lot of calls now,
You have no money to lend. Malik,
a lot of calls.
don't lend no money, boy. And if you're learning TT. Lend them in TT. Don't lend them in no US. Right, but my point is that he would have been outside, right? At the playing for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and somebody scouted him.
Yeah.
But he would have never get scouted in Trinidad.
At all.
A matter of fact,
at all,
his talents could have not been developed to even begin the entertain the thought of
right.
it. Right.
Even be in the conversation.
Exactly. And that's my point to the football just now when I spoke about exporting players. Our players have to start playing in international leagues. Whether you are from Trinidad and Tobago and you start playing in the championship division, you got to make the Premier League, you know. But you should be foreign based.
Yep.
Because it is there that you're going to develop. Now, Philip Watts has a huge plan, and it's already in motion, and I agree with that plan. Like I was saying just now, and I was telling the audience, right? Our athletes has had to work at 8 to 4, right? So here's my thing. I was saying you could. One of my ideas was to take like TNTech, WASA, TSTT, all these little state organizations, right? And take the elite athletes, whether it's 20, 30, 40 of them,
right,
and split them up in these organizations and just put them on the payroll.
Right. So
they don't know work. They don't go to work.
Right. So
they get on the payroll.
They getting an incentive. They getting a salary.
They're getting a salary. So now they don't have to get up and train and then go to a job.
Yeah.
The whole day is training.
Yeah.
and preparation.
Let me tell you something. No, some people will kick against that. Let me explain.
Well, I mentioned that.
There are people who will kick against that, but I endorse something like that because at the end of the day, as a creative, being a creative or being an athlete, the kind of time and effort you have to put in your craft. Sometimes having a 8 or 4 takes away from that.
It takes away. Not sometimes, all the time.
It takes away from that.
You think Usain Bolt could be the runner he was
if
he was working in a supermarket?
No, at all.
8 or 4? He would have never be that. He would have never been that.
Guys buy sponsorships. But we don't always get
sponsorships as well.
And here my problem in Trinidad and Tobago that I have. And I feel as though you might agree with me
Kishon
on this.
Walcott. You think if Kishon had to work at 8 or 4, you think Kishon Walcott
Javelin, he can't belt.
javelin,
No,
so?
exactly. My thing, why we can't see the potential? Why we always wait until we have a superstar?
That's right.
Or someone win or achieve something to jump on it and say, all right, let me give him $100,000 or $200,000.
That's another problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago with corporate Trinidad.
Yeah.
You will have talents, right? Young, talented people, and they have a tournament to go to.
Yeah.
And I have seen it. They have come to me for funding.
Yeah.
Right? Or to promote it with a account number that people can contribute to and that kind of thing. And the thing is, they will go out there and they will win.
Yeah.
And when they come back, it's fanfare.
Oh, the airport?
And everybody want
airport.
a picture. Yeah, everybody
when
want a picture.
When they're leaving.
When they're leaving, it's crickets, you know.
When they're leaving, it's them and the bag and the baggage.
Yeah, you don't even know they're gone.
When they come back.
You don't even know they're gone.
When they come back, it's all kind of thing.
Exactly, but when they come
Music
back
truck, 40-foot trailer on the road.
Bing, 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 ding, soca music playing. All the big corporate entities looking
Thank
for
you.
opportunity now.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, man.
I mean, I feel sad. Let me tell you why I'm very passionate about this.
Only after the play with draw, we coming back to the phone line.
Why
I'm
very passionate about, I'm a creative myself.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes music, art, anything in the arts or being an athlete or anything like that, it takes a lot of money to produce a song.
That's right.
A good song with a writer is about almost $20,000.
So you're talking about with the athletes, you're talking about gears.
Gears.
Their studio time would be gym.
Exactly.
Workout, equipment, all these things, right?
Right.
Let me make the point now when I started with Philip Watts.
Dietitian.
Right.
Right.
Here what happened. Here what the current Minister of Sport is doing. He has already opened one elite gym. Right. So you see all these stadiums that placed in the north, south, east, and central Trinidad and Tobago. What he is doing, he is creating elite gyms.
Right.
That professional athletes, they're gonna have the use of these gyms at no cost.
Right.
That they have to pay to use the gym. Like one.
Nice.
Secondly, they're gonna have all the high-tech equipment, everything. Right? Secondly, he is also giving them access to nutritionists, psychologists,
yes,
physiotherapists, everything that you would need as an athlete, right?
Chiropractor, everything.
Philip Watts is providing. Now, in the early stages of it, I think by the end of this budget coming here in October, he's going to start budgeting he's going to put in his request so that he could budget for all of these other things.
Right.
Right, that he wants to add to the development of sport and athletes, right? And I think that's an excellent move to create these gyms.
Yeah.
Now, one of the callers mentioned a little earlier an idea that I was speaking about back in 2007, right? About a minute here. I used to say we need a school, a sports school. So you take all of the talented players from a very all the talents from a young age, right? Whether it's cricket, football, wherever. It have enough land in Trinidad and Tobago to build a massive sport university, right? Now you call it it's a sport university because you must study,
right?
But you're studying, and I think the caller mentioned you're studying whatever you're interested in. You like mechanics, you could learn that there. You like this, you could learn that there. You want to be this, wherever, you could learn all of that there, and you have to graduate, right? But at that facility, you have cricket, you have football, you have tennis, you have this, that, the other, wherever, right? And you take those athletes and you put them there, they live in there.
Right.
There's not to leave there.
Yeah.
That is home.
You see,
mommy and daddy could visit you.
You see, what you're saying is so important. I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, if you watch Brazil and these places, they live football. Eh?
They live it.
They live it. Eh?
They live it. It's no
Eat,
part-time
sleep,
thing.
drink, everything. Football.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
So I was talking about this, and I think live sport was supposed to be that. But I know it. You know, as I mentioned it now, all the controversy and the bacchanal will start. But luckily, we're going to the play break. But no. But live sport was supposed to be along those lines. It was a terrific program.
Yeah.
I will never knock the program and the concept of live sport. The problem in live sport is the human element took place, and it got corrupted by middle management moves, people and that kind of thing. But anyhow, we have the play draw. Best of luck, 10:30, and we will be back to take your phone calls when we return.
Lotteries Control Board. Good luck.
this morning. And, interestingly enough, right? We were talking about the basketball player Malik, right? And I was telling RKG, I say, that's not the first. We've had a Trinidadian. He had Trinidadian roots, but he was born outside.
Right.
That would have been Jamal Magloire. He played for the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
I remember that was my father, partner, Dale Magloire, nephew. And I remember Dale always used to tell me, boy, Jamal playing thing. And I remember a year, boy, Dale bring him down. He was here in Trinidad. And this man come home by me, boy. Sold there. The man had a doctor walk under the door, boy.
Real tall.
Pussy man tall, boy.
Hey.
And I remember I sit on my couch. And the man come and sit down next to me, boy.
You look small.
Boy, if I look small again.
You look small.
Watch me. I look like a little child. Watch me. Say, I mean, that would have been.
You look like a toddler.
That would have been about 20-something years ago. I would have been, I mean, I'd probably be about 20, 21. But I mean, the brother was real big, tall fella, boy.
Yeah.
And he had, I would say, mediocre success in the NBA. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Malik brings. And of course, you never know. You never know the kind of talent.
We wish him all the best.
Yeah, man, we wish him all the best. So we're talking about the sports and that kind of thing, and I was talking about just before the break. So I've always said we need a facility. You have to facilitate the athletes, right? So you take a couple acres, you put on a massive sporting university where academics are taught, trades are taught, things like that. But your primary reason that you're there is to eat and live sport, right? Eat, live, sleep, right? Now, what Trinidad and Tobago could do, and I don't know why I the only person to, I don't know, maybe I still want to think about it because I have a passion for sport, right? And I know the power of sports. You see all them little at-risk youths in these communities that have a talent, you identify the talent and you say, yeah, boy, you take them and you put them there. You have living quarters, everything. So they ain't going home. They're living there.
Yeah.
Right? Your mother and your father, they come in and check you. No problem. Right? Nice. You have your studies to do and you have your sports to training, right? Whatever sport you're into. You develop those talents and you're bringing international scouts and coaches and things like that. And you start a whole program. And as those international scouts and coaches start to develop the talent in Trinidad and Tobago, they now say, well, you know what happened? Barcelona won this one.
Right.
You understand? Manchester United won this one. So they're now scouting for these clubs. They start to invite scouts from all these little clubs, right? And they start exporting these youths outside.
Outside, yeah.
So they get to see and experience outside, right?
See the vision.
Nice. Now, how it works from a financing standpoint, the country has invested in these athletes, right? But you need to fund the university. And you don't want to fund it just on taxpayers' dollars.
Exactly.
Right. But you must have a starting point, right? So eventually, once you could run a program like that correctly and you get the right people involved and you have the right talent and thing passing through there and the proper scouts come in, every contract that a player gets, that any one of them get, whether it is in the sport or cricket, is in the sport or foot, once you get a contract, brother, right, to play professionally, 5% of your contract comes back to the university.
And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
You dig?
Yeah.
So if you sign for 20 million for the year, 5% of that 20 million, and in the currency,
yeah.
In pounds or
so if
US
it's pounds,
or
US, yeah.
5% of that comes back to the university.
So keep the ball rolling.
That's right. So that we could fund or part of that, of course, that will form part of the funding, and of course the government will subsidize the rest on whatever it is necessary. But once you could do that and you could keep it going, right? From generation to generation. I think I think that would be
your longevity. It was something that will last, right? As you say, for generations to come.
Yeah, and
right.
I want local people there,
Yeah.
I want local people running that, I want international people running that. When I say international, the coaches, everybody had to be international coaches.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. The locals could sit there and learn from them.
Yeah.
But and I'm sorry I had to say it, but the reason why I don't want to tie up those ideas with too many local people, corruption.
Well, I know you was going there. I know you was going there. Yeah.
And then my partner.
And then my partner. Yeah.
Morning.
What fair play?
I'll be on merit.
Yeah.
Morning.
Boy.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Those companies like down in Saudi Arabia, Texas, and Shell.
All of them, yeah, all those energy giants, yeah, the energy companies, yeah.
No, but long ago, they had a similar thing.
Yeah.
And they had us as apprentices. So when we finished our apprentice trade and out there in sport, discipline, we were back into the company. And they give us the work. We never used to work nights and all these kind of things.
Okay.
So we were qualified as well and electrician and stuff.
All right, man. But we're not catching you clearly, yeah? So I had to move on to the next call there. We hearing you. You're going and kind of coming now. But you're more going than coming. If you understand what I'm saying. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, man.
You see that lovely dream you have?
Uh-huh.
It is like the one with the plans for Shagaramas.
Uh-huh.
Right. Here what you advise you to do. Sit down, brainstorm it with one or two people and write it out and send it to somebody because talking it here ain't really making sense.
No, I know. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You know what has to change for we to develop and rise in sports? We culture, boy, we attitude.
Yeah.
I'm a national athlete. You understand?
Right.
And so I know what I'm talking about. I'm putting it to you.
Right.
You see, in Jamaica and these places and them, it have like secondary school sports. But listen, you could get seat inside of there. You can't get seat inside of stadium. One time up three outside. It's like how cricket was long time in Trinidad, in the oval way.
Yeah.
West Indies playing in there or somewhere, and one time up there on the three outside, trying to see him because the jet show in Jamaica. Down there, boy, three people under the cupboard stand, and two of them is not men. You're telling me, three people sit down watching this sport, and two of them is not men. Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, we culture here, we not so sports, there's only bandwagonism, I just say.
He's correct, you know. He's very correct.
A man struggle and go. And when he wins something and he come back,
stadium full. Stadium full.
In the airport and dancers and set up things to welcome him back, and nobody has sent them off properly.
That's right.
You understand? So we culture have to change with sports. We have to get people to love sports and support it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. Let me take this one here. Hello, good morning.
Yes, are you hearing me clearly now?
Yes, perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah, what has happened back in the days with Texaco, BP, Shell, and all those companies, they used to have a program where we as apprentices used to play sports.
Right.
And after we finished our disciplines, we started working in the company as workers.
Right.
Electricians and all these kind of things, instrumental guys and so on. And then while we grew there, we were athletes and so on. I was athletes, and we used to play inter-department sports. And then from there, we had a job, so we used to buy our stuff and so on. But we never worked under no stressful conditions.
Right.
But however, they used to have the apprentice sports with other companies because the bus company had apprentices. Tiantec had their apprentices. Master had apprentices. So you get a good crop of athletes and sportsmen.
Right.
Those were Maureen and those guys and Bobby Sukrama and all these guys. Yeah, so your program is similar to that.
Right.
That is good.
Yeah. The energy companies as well could absorb, not the energy companies, the ones owned by the state, they could absorb, you know what I mean, like the Paria and the Heritage and these, you know what I mean? They could absorb a few of the athletes as well. All of them, all of those, all of them could do that. Just absorb them and pay them a salary and yeah. Morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning to the other person here.
Yeah, RKG, go ahead.
Good morning.
I run in late, I can't stay long, but I want to show you a perfect example. We talk about favoritism. You will know Jennifer Johnson.
Jennifer Johnson.
Was the minister.
Uh-huh.
She sent her 12-year-old son on the national team on that 12 team. And the boy like a girl. I'm telling you, but when you talk about PSA, at a sweet league, that was a real good league, boy.
Yeah, that league, my father used to tell me about that league. That league was a big league. That was
real,
a big league.
real football, and then Jennifer Baptiste come and won the place and build house and she ain't finishes.
Oh gosh, all right.
I'm sure PSA is not Brasserama, they too.
Yeah.
Another thing too is like, you see that community football?
Uh-huh.
That football will raise the standard. But I'll tell you something. The children today, as they make the papers two times and the TV 4 times, they feel is a superstar. You don't have discipline, you have attitude.
Correct.
Sports is fitness and discipline. And if you don't have these qualities, you don't have nothing.
That's right.
I used to recruit, you know. And
Okay.
when I see your skill and I talk to you on your attitude, I know you can make.
Right.
You understand what I'm telling you? But I can't talk to you. I will. You have to come by me and sit down for a whole day and make cook and things.
Yeah.
And sit down and chat because me and your father was really good, eh?
All right, man.
Mr. Bata is Twiggy family.
All right.
And you have to have a little idea where I'm coming from.
Yeah. No
You
sin, man.
understand? So take care. Blessings to all you, man.
Yeah, brother. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I'm going to take this one over on the WhatsApp here. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
All right, everybody there. All right, Stephan.
Yeah.
One thing what we need. You see how we will send athletes away on a scholarship?
Yes.
It have no way we could do that in Trinidad. From schools, build these certain academy or schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're identifying the youths and them with whichever skill or sports they will excel in, and you put them in that area along with collecting their schooling also, doing the academics.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The other thing is that for the track and field, it have no way we could incorporate the Jamaican system in we track and field, by get people from there.
Yeah, because
to come across here to train.
I have been wondering, right? I have been thinking for years, right? Jamaican athletes and that program that Jamaica has is so top notch. How come we right here in the same region with Jamaica and we have not adopted anything similar to that Jamaican model? That Jamaican model different, you know.
Exactly. You understand? Because all them fellas, Bowles, Powell, Shelly and Kizapais, all of them is homegrown.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
All of them.
And right. And the other thing is that we have Dwayne Bravo. What are we doing with Dwayne Bravo? Dwayne Bravo is one of the best slow ball bowlers we have in the world. Not in the Caribbean, not the world.
Yeah.
You understand? Why we're not utilizing this fella?
Yeah, but
a bowling academy. Yeah, they have him as an ambassador, Stephan.
As an ambassador, and he on currently a little school tour thing right now. But I think I would imagine that there would be plans for things like that. Let's hope that is the direction they take it.
Yeah, we need to utilize these heroes, these icons and them instead of just putting them there on a board and not utilizing the talent.
Correct.
This is Trinidad and Tobago downfall, and the rest of the Caribbean passing. You understand what I'm saying? All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. All right. This thing moving extra slow today, boy. Oh, God, pressure. Yeah. Lord, boy. Yeah. What is going on here? What is this? What is this? He's still all right. I now get our call off. I know it have a call coming in. I was gonna go to a voice note, you know, but I can't see the call that coming in just yet. All right, hold some string there. When you hang up, you'll call again. Right? Yeah. No, I understand. You know, I mean, look, we got to get somewhere with it, because, like I say, this whole conversation started by me just watching the World Cup, and in watching the World Cup, I am seeing that standard, and Trinidad and Tobago is nowhere close. What I remember, we were once ranked the 45th best country in the world, you know, by FIFA rankings, you know. Trinidad and Tobago was the 45th or the 44th country in the world with football, you know. Oh. No, we must see about 140. Morning. I know, Joe.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning,
Yeah,
morning.
listen, I'm calling from Tobago, right?
Yes, Tobago.
And yeah, I heard the last caller say, Trinidad and Tobago, how they're going, where they're going down and all that and so on. But let me tell you something. That is why we want a different system of government in Tobago within the unitary state.
Right.
So that we can be able to do things in a different way in Tobago. Because we know a precipice to Trinidad is not the way we want to go.
Right.
But, Tobago name has to be called because of the attachment. And every wrong and every foolishness Trinidad do, we have to go down the road with it. We want to change that big time.
Okay.
You understand? So that, because we know we can do just like the other islands like Bahamas and Grenada and all these places with athletes and so on, among many other things.
Right.
But because of our attachment with Trinidad and don't have the freedom to do the things the way we want, to develop the way we want, sports and any other area in the country, we're going down a precipice with Trinidad. And that is the problem we have here in Tobago.
In Tobago.
I just want to let the guy know that.
All right. No problem. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your contribution. Yeah, man. And let me tell you something, on that Tobago conversation, people I remember, people is underestimate how big Dwight York is, We just see Dwight York passing here and walking and thing, and everybody like Dwight York normal, Dwight York was not normal, brother. Dwight York play with the elite of the elite, in terms of football, And he didn't just play in the Premier League, He didn't just play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, He performed. Dwight York was one of the most feared strikers in the world. One of the most feared strikers. Dwight York win everything in football. From a domestic league standpoint. He win everything with Manchester United. It didn't have in that era, you cannot find a more deadly frontline combination than Dwight York and Andy Cole. If you could find two players in that era that was as good as the two of them, I would be surprised. I was Italian, I used to back you, but I was a Liverpool man, right? But I also, out of Italy, I also back Juventus in Serie A. And I think the closest may be Del Piero and Inzaghi. But even if I call in Del Piero and Inzaghi, that is a top level you're talking about, that Dwight York play and represent Trinidad and Tobago for. Well, not represent Trinidad, he played for Manchester United, but he represent, he fly the colors of Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody know you, everybody in Europe know you from Tobago. Everybody in the football world in Europe know where Dwight York is from. And we did not capitalize on Dwight York and his success. I don't find we had capitalized properly. If we did, Dwight York would have been the gateway to several different programs or scouting, you understand? Or player development and things like that. You understand? And I find I just always say we drop the ball with Dwight York. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stephan.
Yes, I.
Yeah, and the guy I have here, I want to say congratulations to you once again, because you want to see the country rise in terms of sports. You have a passion for youth and culture.
Yeah, man.
Right? I admire. You see Haiti? Look at Haiti now, man.
Yeah.
The problem Haiti have, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And Haiti right now, the region World Cup is a big achievement for the country.
That they played well.
Even if you go far.
No, but they played well. They represented, yeah.
But I a plus.
Yeah.
I a plus for us, you understand? And it's time we really move away, I agree with you all, move up from people who play football and want to be a coach. You have to get people who like to study and be a coach to train our youth then to take us to the next level then. So I applaud you for the great job you're doing and to keep up the good work. And one day we'll reach it because I seen the Minister of Sports and this government now have a passion for youth and quality now. We can turn the youth mind away from crime and being idle then.
But that should be the primary option, you know what I mean?
Yes.
The primary reason, yeah.
Yes, so thank you once again for that. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man, no problem. We got a couple, well, we have only a minute until the news at noon. So I'll hold some string there. We'll come back to all there. In the third hour, as the phone lines continue to light up. I like the little conversation this morning, just something to take us away from the politics. And let me tell you, I might come with a whole, watch me, I load up my Matic this morning, you know. I load up my Matic, I have real clips, you know, from that PNM press conference, you know. But I like where the direction going with the sports and the development and the youths. You see, anytime we talk about sports, we talking about youths. Anytime we talking about youths, we talking about development. You understand? Anytime we talking about development, we talking about progress. Anytime we talking about progress, well,
anytime we talk about money, we talk about Stanley.
We're talking about success. And anytime you're talking about money, I had to talk Stanley. It is Stanley Augustus. No, but I just find we drop. Sorry. Are you on 4? Yeah.
The lack thereof.
The lack thereof. The lack of money. Stanley.
Talk to me.
So if you look up, if you want to go and search the meaning for the lack of money, you will find Stanley.
There you
right?
Go. That is so untrue.
So I tell you what, 11 o'clock news is now with Stanley Augustus. Don't go anywhere. Our number 3 is coming up after this.
Good.
waist set good and sit down on top. Then you bend up your back and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Can you bend up your back and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Can start push back right back till you feel it. I want you to feel it, feel it, feel this love. Can you feel it? This body is yours anytime that you want it, girl. Can you feel it? I want you to feel it, feel it, feel this love. Can you feel it? And I tell no lie, I'm gonna work and work all night till you feel it, feel it. So y'all start wind up if you feel it, feel it. I miss a bubble of your body, y'all feel it. Accept the loving, y'all feel it. How you gonna do me like that? Really? How you gonna wind up on it like that, baby? Look like a fall victim till you just stop. Now you better open your warehouse and take the loving like stuff. Then you wind up your back and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Can you bend up your back, your back, your back, and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Just start push back right back till you feel it. I want you to feel it, feel it, feel this love. Can you feel it? This body is yours anytime that you want it, girl. Can you feel it? I want you to feel it, feel this love. Can you feel it? And I tell no lie, I'm gonna work and work all night till you feel it, feel it. So y'all start wind up if you feel it, feel it. I miss a bubble of your body, y'all feel it. Accept the loving, y'all feel it. How you gonna wine like that? I mean, come on, tell me. Girl, how you gonna bubble like that, baby? Look like you want me to get a heart attack. Girl, the way you wine in the waist set good and sit down on top. Then you bend up your back and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Can you bend up your back and you start push back. You give me good love. I wanna give you right back. Can start push back. Have a little money in the pocket 'cause I just got paid. I could do it a little more but I still irate. So now I'm stepping out to a
angla bang. What a da bang. Angla bang. Drop in a style of the rhythm like angla bang. What a da bang. Angla bang. Man, anywhere we go, we mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Girl, them a fi bubble and them a fi back it up. Everybody see we and they say we hack it up. We just live it, mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Girl, them a fi bubble and them a fi back it up. Everybody see we and they say we hack it up. You don't know the vibes is work hard, be harder. 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 Work hard.
All right, people, so we're here for the third and final hour, and as we get things started, I want to remind you that football fever is here. Score a Samsung smartphone from just $99 when you sign up for a Digicel My Choice postpaid plan. More data, more value, and a winning deal. Visit a Digicel store today. All right? Let me just take a click on one here. Let's see this one here, boy.
Well, over here. So regarding the whole football thing, first of all, let me declare, I know nothing about nowadays football. Last time I cared or knew anything about football, my team was Liverpool, and my favorite player was the goalkeeper named Guavala. This is decades ago.
Bruce
Guavala.
Yeah, Bruce Guavala.
So I'm not going to pretend I know anything about modern day football. However, I know enough about modern day sport. So that what you say in this morning, Stephen, is spot on. Because the league is the real problem. Without a league, there's nowhere for steel to sharpen steel on. And we lost our league. But beside that, we have a tendency to focus too much on talent in Trinidad. Modern day sport is a science. And a team based on talent versus a team based on engineering and science, the engineer team will always win. That's what you see as professional football and professional sport in general. These people are engineered at every step. And ours are just relying on talent. And that is just not enough anymore. But without a professional league, you are lost. And we lost our professional league when we lost Jack Warner. And in general, when for whatever reason, that league collapsed, including sponsors didn't see a return on their investment. Like it or not, again, people, there's money involved. And if the finances aren't right, it ain't going to work. Governments funding football leagues and all this kind of thing is a bad idea. It will be unsustainable. A league, a football industry is going to be dependent on people seeing a quality product. Again, we're coming back to creating value products. If they see a value product that they're willing to separate themselves from their money for entertainment, and all the pieces you need around that, including security and everything else, then they will do it. But you have to first provide it. You have to rebuild it. And that is where the government needs to get involved, to get the ball rolling. But I don't want you to be too gloomy. And here's why I think that, yes, we can make it back onto the world stage. Again, it comes back to our league. Just like West Indies cricket. When we stopped going to English county cricket, our players stopped going there to sharpen our steel. That's when West Indies cricket died and failed. But you notice that the 2020 stuff, we're still kind of okay with. You know why? Because we have enough players in the Indian League for them to sharpen their steel. So the point you made about having South Americans, for example, come here to entertain and to provide what sport does, but it will also offer our local players an opportunity to sharpen their steel. And I see that as a possibility within the next 5 years. Here's why. A lot of the companies that are now rushing to Trinidad, for the sake of corporate governance and corporate imagery, they're going to start to look around for something to sponsor so that their names can be on banners. So it won't be just the BP this and the Shell that. It will be many of these companies that will be involved in our economic boom that's coming. They can possibly be the ones to fund a league. And once you get back a league, that is the starting point to us getting back on the world stage.
Nice one. Well said. There's a couple things he touched on there. The science in sports.
Sports, yeah.
It's true. We just talk about the talent, but we don't talk about the science. Let me tell you something, man. Cricket. I'll just draw cricket as an example, right? In the, during the Lara era, if all I realize, right, Australia, Glenn McGrath, used to bowl a specific ball on a specific spot for Lara. And he would out him every time.
That is science.
You understand? But that is the science.
Yeah.
You see,
learning your opponent.
You must study the opponent.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
So science is many different elements of science. But that's one part of it. because he had to sit down there and study Lara.
Yeah, strategic planning.
He had to study Lara, and sometimes I used to wonder, but what cricketers who we studying? You understand what I'm saying? That our bowlers can't run up and put the ball on a spot for a man like McGrath used to put the ball on a spot for Lara.
Yeah.
But Lara, here why Lara used to out to that ball. I am convinced that this is the reason why that ball used to get Lara out.
Let me hear this one.
Right? Lara was the best. And he have to put that to the boundary. That ball getting him out.
Right.
But he have to put it to the boundary to stop McGrath from bowling that ball. Because if he don't take on the challenge, right, and he leaves it alone, you dig? He'll keep bowling that ball and he will keep leaving it alone. But he went after that ball. That used to get him out right through. Because he had to show McGrath, you could put it there and I'll put it in his stands.
Yeah.
And McGrath will have to adjust.
Yeah.
You understand? So, Lara wasn't one of them fellas where you're bowling at him and the bowler have him uncomfortable. No.
He have the bowler uncomfortable.
And that's what make him great. That's part of his greatness. It wasn't just the skill set, was the mentality.
Yeah.
He had that type of mentality that you're not going to put me on the back foot.
Yeah.
You're not going to
He had
make
a
me
level of
uncomfortable.
confidence. Yeah.
I go and take your best ball and put it in the stands or to the boundary. And I go and make you adjust. I go and make you uncomfortable. And that's what a lot of batsmen don't do. A lot of batsmen do in West Indies cricket today. They allow the bowlers to put them on the back foot and have them uncomfortable. You have to make the bowler change up he line, his length, his pace, everything, You have to have the bowler adjusting every ball that he bowling. He had to be thinking, where to put this ball now for this man, boy. You understand?
Yeah. But I'll say that is where your captain or coach would come in.
But of course.
Yeah, to kind of direct the team how to play and strategically plan if they have a match, how to execute, where you play on the field, men weaknesses, men strengths, that kind of thing.
And then too, West Indies never realized why the rest of the world catch up to them, Science had a part to play with it.
Right.
But we have to remember too, the rise of West Indies cricket, right? In the heights and the glory of West Indies cricket. People I remember, cricket was our boarding school game, Where it was our rich boy sport.
Right. Like golf.
It was, It was a rich white boy sport.
A bougie sport.
Yeah, so it was you're going boarding school. Cricket was like a game in boarding school. So you used to have, you know what I mean? And then West Indies now got into the sport with athletes.
Right.
You dig it? With athletes. Real, pure, 100% athletes.
Yeah.
In cricket. And took the world by storm and dominated with a fast bowling attack and everything. But then the English game and everybody else, the white men then. The game expanded and they started to bring in skilled players, right? And they started to adopt and they learned from West Indies too. But cricket really started that. Cricket was a boarding school game. Yeah. So the rest of the world caught up when they started to realize, hey, we have to get up to this standard here and expand, right?
Right.
And then they started to study the West Indian game too, right? And while they were studying West Indies game, West Indies wasn't studying nobody, All we know we was winning. But they were studying me.
Yeah.
They were studying us. And then they surpassed us. And we allowed ourselves to get left behind. So we were the trailblazers. We took it over and then we allowed the rest of the world to take it over, run with it, and we got left behind.
How do you think we could get
complacency,
back there? How do you think we could get back there?
Oh, no, it have no getting back. It have no getting back. No, let me not say that. I have more hope.
Today's are their positivity,
positivity.
Stephan, today's are their positivity.
Honestly, I would say I have more hope. I would have more hope for cricket than football. Right? Because, because the talent is there. Right? In Trinidad and Tobago, we have talent. Look, Django right now. Right? Ami Django. How Django ain't playing for West Indies? consistently, I don't know. The boy have talent. You know what I mean? He's a good batsman. He just put up his runs. I think he had the fastest 100 a little while back. Was the fastest 100 man in 50 overs, I think it was. And he never really get recognized with that kind of thing. But he's a young talent. Well, not young, but youngish.
Fair enough, yeah.
He up and coming, you know what I mean? But he don't have a consistent pick on the team. I don't know why. So, but West Indies' other problem is the amount of politics at play. It have a lot of little politics.
I think that has happened in a lot of different organizations, team. It always have the favorite. It always have who know who.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will let him play.
Yeah.
Right? His ex said that yesterday. Somebody that he knew, and he said, well, hey, yeah. Let him go there on the field. Always have that, yeah.
They always have favoritism. It always have favoritism. No, it have players who will earn their pick, and then it have players who are favored.
Favored.
Because of who
nowhere as talented or skillful.
Right, but they're nowhere as talented.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is in terms of the politics of sport with all these associations, whether it's the TTFA or the TTCB or whomever it is always politics at play. And they're not picking players on merit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a sad thing, eh? That's very sad, yeah.
Right? And then when you talk about cricket now, and you're talking about it from the West Indies standpoint, Barbados had to get X amount of pick, and this one had to get a pick, and that one had to get a pick. But Trinidad had all the talent. It had a time that the whole West Indies team could have been Trinidad.
Yep.
You understand? All remember when we had Windy, I think we had Windy, before it was CPL. We had when oh God, this fella, the man will get locked up until he died in jail. What's his name again, boy? Stanford. Right? When it was T20. And we had win the tournament. Is that Trinidad team went to the Champions League and played New South Wales in the final?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before it was Knight Riders then. It was the Trinidad. Somebody go tell me when they call in, man. 6224911. But the team was Trinis. It's a full Trinidad squad. That's how it was. If all I remember, the T20 had start like that. Trinidad players was players from Trinidad. Barbados players was players from Barbados. You understand? Guyanese players was players from Guyana. It didn't have the franchises. It wasn't a franchise thing yet. Right? Where the players going all over the place and they mash up Trinidad team just to beat me, you know. They come with a whole concept, mash up Trinidad team
mash up the team to
when Badri and all of them was running through team with the bowling. Yes. They come and they mash me up. But that Trinidad team, oh God, what it was before, boy? Before we was Trinidad Knight Riders. Before the franchise. Oh God. I'm trying to remember here. Let me see this call. Look at that. Hello, good morning. My brain all over the place this morning. Yes, I.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think Darren Ganga was the captain.
Yes, Ganga. Yeah, I think Ganga was the skipper, if I'm not mistaken.
They went and played India. And they make the final.
Right.
Yeah, Ganga was
that's when the team was.
I can't remember their name, but yeah, I remember he was the captain.
Right.
Darren Ganga.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think Ganga may have skipped that team, you know. Boy, it was Bravo, boy.
Hello?
Yeah, what going on? Morning, man.
Morning, Stephan. Yeah, the name of the time was the Red Steel.
Red Steel. Trinidad Red Steel, right.
Yeah.
And they couldn't beat me.
Champions League in India there, and they made the final.
Exactly.
And they have a sponsor, and the owners of the Knight Riders now, Venki Maiso. He saw the man. He sponsored it when Venki's Chicken.
Right.
And he sponsored them when he saw they was playing.
Right.
Yeah, so that was Red Steel. That's the team that went and represented.
Red Steel. Trinidad Red Steel was Trinidad Red Steel.
Yes.
And it was only Trinidad players, and we had all the big players.
Only local.
We had all the big players, and then they come with franchise cricket.
Yes, because that's where the money is.
Exactly. And they send Pollard Barbados. And they send this one here and that one day. And Emirates and them went and played somewhere else and for Guyana and all kind of thing.
There's only men and them get rich, you know.
They couldn't be twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Cool. Yes, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel.
Yeah, that was the name.
Then they come and they change the league to franchise cricket and Night Riders and all kind of thing and all kind of bringing all kind of foreign players and all kind of thing. Morning.
Good morning, Stephan and the other guys.
Yeah,
I
morning.
remembered when they were Red Steel, we had people like Ramden, we had Emirates, we had that other guy, I can't remember his. We had so much good Trinidadian fella playing on that team.
Right.
I am a cricket fan. I always follow and everything.
Yeah.
We had Badri, we had Ganga,
We had Ravi Rampal, not so Ravi Rampal play on that team to end?
Ravi Rampal, that's the name I'm trying to remember, yes.
Kevin
we had
Cooper,
Dave Mohammed.
Kevin Cooper, all of them.
We had Imran Khan or something from Trinidad here. We had all those guys.
All
they used
them
to play really good
top
cricket.
class players.
Yeah, and they come and they mash up that team. They mash up that team with
mash it
franchise
up,
cricket.
yes. With this franchise thing coming and
Yeah.
they never support their own. They always look for the ones outside and bring them in. Come on.
Yeah.
This is why the cricket, the cricket went down, eh? It went down.
Yes, it
And
did
this
after
is
that,
why-
yes.
This is why they leave the country and they go abroad and they play the cricket outside. They get the resignation outside.
Right, yeah, they get the big money outside, and true.
Exactly.
Yeah, that-
but
that-
all these
yeah.
guys, they would play really, really good cricket.
Yeah.
I'm a cricket fan, so, I hear you talking this morning, and that was my thing.
Right,
the football was there too. I like those guys, Japan last night. I like that Japan game last night.
Well, like I say, the man that do the prediction for the World Cup, who has done the prediction for the last 4 winning World Cups, he has picked the Netherlands to win the World Cup this World Cup.
I heard you say that this morning, yes.
And he said Japan going to knock out Brazil. So I'm
But
waiting to see.
those guys playing good.
No, Japan playing good football. Japan playing good football.
They're playing really good.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All
you have
right.
a good weekend.
All right, you too, darling.
Today
Yeah.
FIFA World Cup today we have Norway
and
France,
France, boy.
we have Senegal, Iraq, we have Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
That begins today.
We had two games at 3 p.m. Like Norway, France, Senegal, and Iraq. And then we have the game tonight at 8 p.m.
That is Spain, Uruguay.
That is Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morning.
Cabo Verde.
Oh gosh, I lost that one. I'm gonna go to this one. Hello. Good morning.
Stephan,
Yeah, man.
let me tell you something. Right now in Trinidad, we still have the best attack cricketers in the Caribbean.
But where are
If
they?
we put that Trinidad and Tobago team right now again, tell nobody to beat you.
You feel
And
so?
right now, that simple team of the Trinidad and Tobago win with, that Trinidad and Tobago win with that team, they was good. But if you know how many young, good players we have in Trinidad,
All right.
real good players. Real top class. And you see the thing about it, we had to stop being biased in the West Indies and also in this Trinidad here. Look, for example, Trinidad supposed to have a young team here, which they are supposed to dispatch on step for young cricketers, like young Kalicharan, young Melvin, the DC. And then like that team they're supposed to keep together, nobody beat you. Look, for example, they're going to have cricket in the World Cup. We supposed to have a team
Right.
put together to go in the Olympics, but they haven't in the Olympics.
Right. Yeah. No, we supposed to build a team from now and groom them.
To name of the thing is now with the young Kalicharan, but he has some young boys here. Can't be true.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, my brother. No, listen, I know we still have talent, because cricket development is better than football development in Trinidad, eh?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Queen's
I
Park,
heard somebody
and them have plenty to do with that, eh?
Yeah.
In aspects of athletics and sports and things.
Yeah.
We talk about the science. But we had the science and we've been practicing the science here and studying other teams and other opponents long time, eons ago. boxers, even we boxers here, it's still back in the days that the ATS state them will play our opponent.
Right.
Watch where you put your foot, watch where you put your hand, and the coach will tell them, you know, well, all right, watch out for this for pockets and them things. Them things a long time, that science and them things.
Yeah.
You understand? What did he help us put where you wear, on flip this, that, everything. Don't care everything. We had that. I tell you, what's killing we sport here, no matter how much investors they say, people will be looking to invest and things and have the name, the brand name showing on the board and things. Once people then come out to support and make these sports self-sustainable, and they rather depend on because of funding, and we still back to square one. It's
okay.
Culture at the change here, you understand?
All
and
right.
that's what that's the thing they talk about. With people going out for the money outside there. You know where that started? That started with a man they call Kerry Packer. With band and Fuller, and all them fellas on them. You understand?
Right.
And Robert Crawford. Is Ghana where you boy? Crawford, yeah. And them fellas on them. Yeah, it's Kerry Packer that started. Yeah, later.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, no, but you mentioned something there. Oh, God, but I'm trying to remember. Wait till you see there, you know. He hit a nail there, you know. I'll come back to it. I had it in my head, you know. And then I went and I studied something else. And I lost it.
Yeah. Around this age, that is happened.
Yeah. At that age, I'm 49. Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, man, morning.
Yes, morning.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the aspect of cricket, the extent to which the world powers in cricket changed the rules.
All of that too, they changed the rules, that's true.
Yeah, they changed the rules when they realized, and even as way back as this fella, I think it was not Wes Hall, the one who they say he used to throw his ball. In days of Wes Hall and that.
Yeah.
I think it was Griffith. Right? Then you had people like Sonny Larine. Then you had the problem with the bouncer and all them other things coming up the road.
Yes.
Whenever the West Indies was an innovative team, and whenever they came up with that technique, right, or some unorthodox,
yeah, they change the rules.
Process. Yeah, they change the rules.
They change the rules, that's true.
And they blacklist you got to change.
These are just the rules, that's true.
They ban it.
Yeah. All of that. Yeah, my brother.
What was the reason for changing the rules, though? Like,
because we had beaten them. It's legs. When you see, let me tell you something.
So it's only to benefit them.
Let me tell you something. The most frightening thing for me,
right,
watching cricket. So I could imagine for the batsman in the crease is seeing Cotley Ambrose come down, running down to that marker to bowl at you, you know. And Ambrose had that thing used to do. Ambrose used to kind of put your right hand up and before he swing, he used to show you the ball here a kind of way, like rocket left or right, and then make this like the layer would come in. But watch me, Cotley Ambrose, one of the most frightening thing I ever see. You could even, and I for me watching cricket.
But that's the man who batted.
Exactly, that for me watching cricket, you know. So I can imagine the man in the crease.
Waiting
for that ball. And seeing Ambrose coming running up, so boy, you know.
And shaking with the bat.
Ambrose was good.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Prem and Miss Anne El Sikro around where's on that side there.
Nice one.
Love you.
Yes, Stephan, it's me again.
Yeah, dear.
When I used to watch Ambrose bowling, I used to get scared because when Ambrose bowled, he bowling for your toes.
Yes.
And when you back, right? That's it, you know, your wicket gone.
Yeah,
that man could have bowled, but he always aimed for your toes, huh?
Ambrose was deadly.
Yes. And Chris Gayle always get out like that.
Yeah, Chris Gayle don't move his feet.
Okay, he bowled for your toes, but when you edge the ball and the ball go back on the wicket, that's it. You're gone.
Yeah.
You're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a cricket fanatic.
All right, darling.
I enjoy this conversation.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember. I used to tell them as a little fella, Cotley Ambrose better than Courtney Walsh, but Walsh used to get more wickets. Because why? Ambrose coming in and them batsmen and them, they're just trying to survive Ambrose now, boy.
Yeah.
But when Walsh come, they pell the bat behind Walsh.
Yeah.
So when they come, they pell the bat behind Walsh now. They edge one, they get caught, they get ball, They swing the bat. But when Ambrose coming on, it was a perfect combination, you know. You know what I mean? I don't think it had better openers than Haynes and Greenwich either. I don't think we will ever see a better combination of openers than Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes. You know what I mean? And I now remember the point I wanted to make. The fella say the fans had to come out and support the sports, right? But let me just draw an example. Here was our problem too. We don't spend money in advertising and hype. Look at as big as the English Premier League and all those other leagues and the IPL, as big as they are, watch how they advertise the games. They hold nothing back in advertising the games. If it have a game going on in the stadium, you will know. You know why?
Yeah, we know.
If I know you ain't know advertising that.
That's true.
You want to be actually
so the marketing aspect needs to change.
Of
and
course, you have to start marketing the games and them better.
Yeah.
So that people are aware that it has something going on down here, it has something going on there, it has football here, it has cricket going on. So if I want to go watch a little netball even, it have a big netball tournament going on. You have to advertise.
Because what happens is already it's already the actual cricket fanatics.
Well, the people that involved in the little circle.
Right.
Morning, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Stephan.
Yes, I.
You remember the Rebels?
If I remember?
The Rebels.
What did he say?
What?
I think they come out. I think they call it the Rebels. I think Alvin
Rebel?
Sharon was the captain.
I carry corner boy. It's in pulling our memory right now. But go ahead now. What's the point?
About the Rebels team. Sharon. Yeah, they come out, I think, with something with the West Indies and all of them.
Right.
The Jamaican players and all kind of things. And then come out with the Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah, the former team.
All right.
The players, the team, the Rebels, they had real bad players. As the Scotty Sharon was the captain. I can't remember that.
Right.
The Rebels. I know you could find out what's going on with them.
All right, no problem,
Yeah,
man.
man.
All right, cool. Somebody telling me here they changed the number of bouncers per over. However, thank God they changed it because after Garner, Croft, Holden, and Marshall, not Ambrose, West Indies didn't produce any more devastating pace bowlers. The rest of the world passed us with fast bowlers. Australia, South Africa, Pakistan, India all have more devastating fast bowlers than West Indies. I agree. And the other thing too that the rest of the world passed us with and adopted was spin bowling. Right? Well, Shane Warne, he deceased now. Muralitaran from Sri Lanka.
That originally came from us.
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. You know, I think it's India.
Right.
It would have been some of the. It would either be India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, or one of them. The spin bowling, but they say Muralitaran. I remember that. I know Lara had to be the greatest. You know. They said Muralitaran could spin a ball on glass. Lara said, yeah, Brad Lara. It really did. It will. We ain't going to see our next Brad Lara.
Yeah. Brian Charles
Brother
Lara.
man, Brian Lara. I remember my grandfather telling me when I was smaller. He said, "If ever a player coming up, oh God, he go be thunder." I never see nobody bat like him.
So that's it.
And he tell me Brian Lara. He said the guy name is Brian Lara. Brian Lara ain't even make West Indies team yet. Right? I think he was playing school cricket. And he used to go down and watch him play. And he said that boy go be real good.
Problems, yeah.
Right? Because my grandfather was a cricketer, Frankie Raghunath.
It's how people see it. It's how people see, you know, had the vision for that.
See him, boy, you know? Just like so many people would have seen him and they see talent, but once he was a batsman like my grandfather was, Frankie, you would have know. You know what I mean? People who play the sport is know.
Yeah.
And brother man, Lara, let me tell you something, man. We will never see nothing like Brian Lara, you know. I'm telling you, no, Tendulkar was good, eh?
Yeah.
Sachin Tendulkar was good, eh? But Lara was just different, boy. I'm telling you, Lara was different, boy. He was different.
What you think made Lara different, though?
Morning.
Lara was just raw. Talent, boy. Morning. And aggressive, fearless.
You remember there was a time when they didn't want to put Brian Lara to play?
I remember. I think I remember that. Yeah.
I think it's either Australia or India, one of those countries, told
Yes.
them if Lara is not coming, there will be no cricket.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a choice because Lara was standing up for the other cricketers.
Right.
And they didn't like that. I don't know who were the people in power at the time picking the team.
Right.
But if it is that we could know these people, I think they're bad for our country and bad for our cricket. I just hope they're not there still.
Right. Okay.
Nice, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
Go
Stephan,
ahead.
you ever see the kind of respect and appreciation Brian and Bravo and these guys get from India?
Outside of Trinidad, outside of Trinidad
The
again.
kind of. Let me tell you something, right?
Outside of Trinidad again.
Let me tell you how influential these guys are. Well, Dwayne Bravo is my friend. Big up to Dwayne Bravo. He here or you outside? You always...
He be in and out.
Yeah, big up to Dwayne Bravo, right? I remember I posted something, right? I think it was one of my music videos or something. And Bravo reposted that on his Instagram stories. And if you see how many people from India start to follow me.
Brother man.
Instantly. I was like, but... And when they check it, these fellas are treated like gods, you know.
God, like a god in India.
Yeah.
Watch me. Sunil Narayan too, you know.
Yeah.
Sunil
Like
Narayan is our
gods.
next one, you know. Big in India, you know. I'm telling you. But
what it is? I want to ask you what it is. Because all right, I don't think Bravo or Lara could walk the street comfortable.
Nah, you're mad in India. Nah.
Right, but they could walk down Maraval Road and people say
easy like that.
Easy, right?
No, that's the thing with Trinidad, you know. But that's for anybody, yeah. If a celebrity come down here in Trinidad,
right,
we wouldn't be running behind them in the road like how they do in America. You know?
Yeah.
We'd be like 50 cent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we just cool.
Yeah.
People might want to get a little picanting, but...
No, but the closest I see to that kind of level of influence recently was this I Show Speed guy.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, I Show Speed. I see about King Lannon.
Yeah, but that was a particular group of people.
Right? Meaning the younger ones, the children. Yeah,
that wasn't like the whole like how it is. You know, that was a particular group of people in a particular era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that, to each their own. But just on Lara, right? Just come back to Lara and Lara greatness. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player we ever see.
Right.
I don't care who talking about LeBron James. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player the world ever see. And Michael Jordan was the attraction. When Michael Jordan was playing away from home, people used to just come just to see Michael Jordan. Not necessarily their team, but they used to come to see Michael Jordan. Right? And Michael Jordan would be cheered in the opposition home court.
Right.
When he put on certain plays and thing, right? So he was an attraction. Let me put it like this, right?
Yeah.
Brian Lara was that for cricket. That people, West Indies playing England and or Australia or India or anywhere in the world. Once Lara there, people paying their money to see Brian Lara.
Yeah.
Forget the rest of players. Brian Lara was the draw.
That influential.
And I just always say, boy, if Lara did born in this T20 era, oh God. You could imagine the kind of money they would have to pay for Lara in T20.
Yeah. Different level.
Taking into consideration with Bravo and Pollard and all of them getting, you reckon that money Lara would have to get? Oh, you know, morning.
Hey, morning. Stephan, let me tell you something. I out in New York there, and I listen with some guys, they were working by a place. One from Bangladesh, one from Puerto Rico, or somewhere. So he was asking, we asked him, well, where you from? Where you from and things? So I tell any guy, I from Trinidad. The man from Bangladesh came. Trinidad? Where is that? So I studying how to tell him, boy. I tell him, well, we're close to Venezuela. He said, we don't know.
Still don't know.
You play cricket? He said, yeah, cricket. Yeah. Make him mistake and I said, boy, you know Lara? Boy, when I said Lara, before the rally, my boy, that man jump in the air, boy.
Yeah, you see?
Land.
You see?
Lara, started jump around, balling Lara, listen. But the man wanted to teach me like a god. You thought Lara was a god, but the man wanted to teach me.
But telling you, Lara was a cricketing god.
Yeah.
I tell the man, Lara country is my country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them fellas powerful out there.
Powerful, they're big, they're large and in charge outside. Yeah.
Yeah. You see?
And they love him in India. They love them in India.
He had no idea where Trinidad was, what Trinidad is, but because he mentioned the name Brian Charles Lara,
he know. And this is the power of sports.
Yeah.
This is the power of elite athletes and athletes reaching that elite level where they are the identity of your country.
Yeah.
Not your flag,
Yeah.
Not your national instrument.
Yeah.
You understand? They are how people identify Trinidad and Tobago is Brian Lara. Or Dwayne Bravo.
Yeah.
Or whomever, right? Having success, Keyshawn Walcott.
Mm-hmm.
You dig where I'm coming from? And that's a powerful thing. That's a powerful thing,
Yeah.
But Lara was
Top
brother,
tier.
man. I remember that 500. Lara is the 500 boy. The 500 in county cricket, boy. I think it's the 500, You know. It hardly had any shot that Lara hit that leave the ground, Almost all them runs come along the ground, Just through the gap to the boundary and that kind of thing, No Vupan. It was just class batting. You see that and that 277. Oh gosh. You see that 277? Oh gosh. The sweetest 277 you will ever come across in your life is Lara 277. Morning.
Hi, good morning, Stephan.
Yeah, man.
And the other guy,
RKG.
Yeah, boy, Brian Lara, I tell you, he's the greatest batsman I ever seen.
Greatest.
I follow cricket from the age of 11 years old.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Brian Lara, the strokes that he used to play, you hardly see any other cricketer play.
With the high backlift.
That's right. And you see beautiful Brian Lara. He used to follow the ball from the bowler hand until he hit the pitch. He used to follow the ball when he hit the pitch, He used to follow from the ball. That's why he could have played spin so good. That's why Shane once said, yeah, best batsman he ever bowled in the world was Brian Lara. And that went through. Same thing, Mr. Lara.
The same thing.
But Brian Lara, boy, I tell you, that 277 he made in Australia was the greatest. One of the greatest. But the one that really took my attention was the 150 he made in Barbados against Australia.
And win the game.
He beat Shane one all over the place, boy.
He had to protect the tailenders in that game. I remember that well.
Yeah, he bat against one of the world's most best bowlers.
Yeah.
Glenn Marker and all them fellas. Well, he had real top-class bowlers that bowls.
Yeah.
That's what makes Brian Lara great.
Yeah, man.
Real great.
Cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this dirty Ian Healy.
Yeah,
Used to like to rub him out.
Ian
Healy and them was nasty, boy. They was Australia and them, boy. And Steve-O and his brother, They used to rub the man out, boy. Lara ain't touch the ball, man. If you see a peel, boy, first they just want to get this man out, boy. And them days it's in a no review, eh?
No review, yeah.
Boy, I see Lara swinging batter that. Yeah, the ball missed the bat by about 2.5 inches. It didn't even close. And Ian Healy catch that ball, so throw it up in the air and go on running like
yeah.
And they get around, I said, but look at this nasty man, boy.
Yeah.
Dirty Australians, boy. Them dirty Australian and them, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, serious, boy. The wicked, boy. Them wicked Australians, boy. They could have teeth. When they come to brand. Nah, but we had some,
they were intimidated,
Yeah, we had some great ones. I gotta take a break though. When we come back from the break, we'll wrap things up. I'll see if I can squeeze maybe one or two if it's short enough. But let's see what happens.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact TN Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall
right, people. So we just have a few minutes just to wrap things up here, but I wanna thank the callers and the listeners because sometimes, let me tell you something, man. You know, you're coming to do a show. Like I said this morning, I load up my Matic this morning. I have Marvin talking about OPVs. I have Penny with the whole situation in Venezuela and what she say and all kind of thing. And I say, and I load it up there and I tell them fellas, I say, pull that audio for me now because I might mention a couple of those topics there, and you know. But it's Friday. It's my day. It's Friday. And then too, I always like when I'm talking politics, I like to have X there with me. Because the banter. Because if I come to deal with that on my own, I'd deal with it brutal. You understand? But I say, you know, happen as I started the little sports talk, I say, you know, we never really talk much sports. So I trying to gauge the audience and see where the interest is, because I wanted to bring the Minister of Sport here and a couple of weeks ago, but then they had the media review, so he pressed a pause button. And then I was saying, boy, we just talk so much. Everybody who calling us always talks so much heavy politics, World Cup going on, and nobody calling and slipping in no World Cup talk. I wonder if we have a sport interested audience.
Yeah.
And
dimension a little bit.
I sit down here and we do 3 hours of sports. A whole show. You understand? I didn't plan to do this. I just talking
as I was telling you off here, Stephan.
Yeah.
I got. Well, I said take the voice to yesterday about someone giving the feedback of the show, how they appreciate the show and the content and that kind of thing, and they love the conversations and the always well rounded. Not one track. Not one-dimensional, what I mean? They love the show. And that person in particular who gave that feedback, that came from someone that is, out there on the ground.
All right,
so that,
nice
I just want to, I want to take this time to, say, love and respect, continue doing what you all doing. You and X are on vacation.
I know
for
that
the
you're on
next
vacation.
2 weeks.
Oh, God. Amen. I say, amen, because... But let me tell you, so I don't take vacation,
No, well, I don't take vacation, so I've been on vacation for a year.
I have not taken vacation in 12 years. I've gone 12 years straight, no vacation.
Wow.
Not even a week. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The only vacation time I just get is long weekend.
Yeah.
So Easter weekend, that is my vacation. But I don't take a week and 2 weeks and that kind of thing. I mean, it's in. But I mean, there's as I turn 40.
It is needed across there. Across there's a different kind of hype. A different kind of energy.
As I turn 49, I'm feeling like the big V. I feel.
Time to take a little vacation.
Maybe next year. I'll work out this year, but maybe next year I'll put in a little something for vacation, for a little vacation period. But oh God, boy, because the politics is getting So sometimes you need a little breather now, boy. I hope I provided that this morning. A little breather from the politics and tricks and the back and forth and the oh gosh, the adversarial type of politics that we exist in. You know what I mean? I want to thank you guys. Whether it is football, it is cricket, it is we were once one of the biggest countries in netball too, right? Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
We are one of the best netball teams in the world. So we fall back in that to hockey. We were pretty decent in hockey as well at a time. But let's hope that the development of sport does take place. I will try my utmost best to get Philip Potts in here sometime soon, now that I know that there is an interest. And, we could open the phone lines and we could take some calls and we could hear some of the plans that the Ministry of Sport has under the new minister, Philip Potts, going into year number 2. So I will talk to his PR person and see if we could get him in here and just see the ideas and development plans that he has. But I think we need to start focusing our attention on sport in a big way. We need investment in that sector. We need to start developing those young athletes. We need to give people something to go to rather than a fit. You understand what I'm saying? I would prefer to spend my Saturday afternoon into the night under lights watching some football, going in the stadium and watching some football, some good football. You understand? Or going to a community ground under the lights and watching some cricket and things like that now. You know, a little night cricket, a little this, a little that. Activities, things to bring out people in the community. They could make it a little line within their own community and that kind of thing. You know, bring people together. You know, because we lose that, Social media has taken that away from us in a big way. We are so, we kind of introvert now, you know. Where everybody kind of on their own beat and nobody interacting like how they used to interact back in the day. But that is a story for next week. That's it for Off the Record this week. I want to thank you guys for joining me. And I'll be back Monday with Mr. X to do this all over again. Do enjoy your weekend. Here comes your news at noon, courtesy TTT. And yeah, man, let's hope for the best.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Carrie Roberts. This is TTT News at noon. Topping the news at this time. Rescue teams are urgently combing through debris in a race against time after 2 powerful earthquakes struck Venezuela near the capital. At least 235 people have been killed and more than 4,300 others injured. Venezuelan national Ignacio Ruben Smith Salazar gave us the latest update on the situation on the ground.
Crews are working, but remember that the first 72 hours are critical in order to find survivors. If we lose that timeline, then we'll be digging out for bodies, which is really sad. However, we are getting a lot of support from countries like El Salvador, the United States. Everyone is contributing to the rescue efforts.
He says their most urgent need is heavy equipment to help move the massive slabs of concrete trapping people beneath the rubble. Mr. Smith Salazar adds that beyond